She sat alone. The café buzzed with conversations, laughter, and the clinking of spoons on porcelain cups. But around the elderly woman at the corner table, there was only silence. Her clothes were modest, her scarf a little faded. Her eyes, tired but gentle, searched the room like she was looking for something or someone. People glanced at her, then looked away. A group of teenagers whispered and snickered. A mother pulled her child closer while subtly shifting her purse. No one offered a smile. No one asked if she needed anything. The woman reached into her small handbag and pulled out a carefully folded napkin. She placed it beside her teacup and stared at it, not drinking, not eating, just waiting, invisible, until a man walked in, tall with a clean haircut and a sturdy gait that hinted at military training. He scanned the room, and his eyes locked on her. He froze. Then, like time rewound itself, his face changed, from confusion to disbelief to deep emotion. He walked over. She looked up slowly, unsure. And then, his hand raised in a trembling salute. "Ma'am, you saved my life," he whispered. A hush fell over the cafe. People stopped eating. Forks hovered mid-air. The teenagers who had laughed earlier now stared in shock. The man pulled out a chair, sat beside her, and took her hand. "You patched my leg in a refugee camp in 2003. You held my hand when I cried. I never forgot your face." Tears welled up in the old woman's eyes. And suddenly the room changed. People stood. One by one, they approached the table, offering thanks, offering apologies. The woman who was once ignored became the center of honor, because kindness never forgets. And now, neither did they. But just as the café settled back into its gentle hum, let me take you to another story, miles away, but bound by the same heartbeat of human truth. This next tale begins not in a cafe, but in a crowded school auditorium. She clutched the toy microphone tightly in her small hands. It was plastic, brightly colored, and clearly not meant for a real performance. But for him, it was everything. The boy stood backstage, his oversized sweater swallowing his skinny frame. His classmates had already laughed when he showed up for the talent show rehearsal, holding that toy. "You're not serious, are you?" they scoffed. But he was. He didn't have much growing up. His family couldn't afford real musical equipment. But every night, he'd practice in front of the mirror, pretending he was on a stage, singing from the heart, even if the world didn't hear him. Now the curtains opened. He stepped out. The room snickered. Teachers exchanged awkward glances. But when the music started, something happened. The laughter stopped. Because the moment he sang, truly sang, his voice soared through the hall, like a storm breaking the silence, raw, powerful, unforgettable. A few seconds in, the snickering had vanished. By the end, the auditorium was on its feet. Phones were recording. Tears streamed down cheeks. That toy microphone, it didn't matter anymore. Because talent doesn't need expensive gear. It just needs courage. His performance went viral the next day. But what truly mattered was that in a room full of doubt, he finally believed in himself. Kindness, recognition, courage. These are the stories the world needs. And sometimes, all it takes is one moment to remind us of the humanity in us all. Thanks for watching. If this story moved you, like, comment, and subscribe. For more powerful real-life stories, turn on the notification bell so you never miss what's coming next. See you in the next video.